Trump is not testifying today. What could make Donald Trump a man known for his assertiveness backtracking on his scheduled testimony? Picture this, it's Monday, December 11, 2023. Donald Trump, the man who has never shied away from the limelight, was all set to testify before the New York Supreme Court Justice Engoron. His legal team had meticulously prepared. His supporters were ready to rally, and his critics were armed with their critiques. But in a move that surprised friend and foe alike, Trump did the unthinkable. He backtracked. The man who prides himself on his never back down attitude suddenly changed course, leaving the courtroom, the nation, and indeed the world in a state of surprise. This wasn't just a change of plan. It is a seismic shift in a high-stakes legal drama that has captivated audiences worldwide. What could have prompted such a move? Is it a tactical retreat, or is it an admission of defeat? Is he out of arguments, or is there something more to this sudden shift? This unexpected turn of events begs the question: why would Trump make such a decision? To truly understand the situation, we need to delve into the sequence of events leading up to Trump's decision. It all started with the announcement that Donald Trump would testify as the final witness in his civil fraud trial. This was a significant moment. A former president agreed to testify in a civil fraud case. The news reverberated across the nation. Trump's legal team, in an attempt to control the narrative, communicated this to Justice Engoron of the New York Supreme Court, setting the stage for a high-stakes confrontation. As the days rolled on, anticipation built. The media was buzzing with speculations and predictions.
It's election interference. It's keeping me here instead of Iowa and New Hampshire.
Welcome back to America Decides. That was Donald Trump outside the courtroom of his New York civil fraud trial. The former president, two of his sons, and his company are accused of a decades-long fraud scheme centered around inflating the value of their company. Trump is expected to take the stand in that case in that courthouse on Monday.
Some saw it as a bold move, a chance for Trump to defend himself publicly. Others viewed it with skepticism, wondering if it was a strategic gamble that could backfire significantly, knowing the unpredictability of the former president. Then came the bombshell testimonies of pricey expert witnesses, reliable to Trump, who provided damaging testimonies against their defense, according to the accusation. The New York Attorney General Letitia James alleged that these testimonies painted a picture of financial impropriety within the Trump organization.
Today we concluded the 10th week of our trial against Donald Trump, the Trump Organization, and other defendants. Over the past few days, we continued to hear testimony from the defendants' many expert witnesses. And one of these experts admitted that the valuations of some of the properties on Donald Trump's statement of financial condition were neither proper nor reasonable. Another one of their experts is a member of Mar-a-Lago, Donald Trump's private club that he continues to claim is solely a residence. In fact, this witness testified that he was at Mar-a-Lago when he ran into Donald Trump, who asked him for help with an issue in New York. That issue was our lawsuit. We also heard from an accounting professor whose fees are paid by Save America, Donald Trump's political action committee. He testified that the value of Donald Trump's triplex was inflated. On that, we can agree. But he also had a lot to say about Donald Trump's statements of financial condition, even though he has not prepared a financial statement since the 1980s. Donald Trump can continue to try to distract from reality. He can continue to call me names. But as the judge said today, the standard is truth. And the truth is on our side.
These revelations shook the legal landscape and cast a shadow of doubt over the impending testimony with the scheduled testimony. Drawing nearer, the tension was palpable. But then Trump did what he has often done in his career. He surprised everyone, contrary to the plans laid out and communicated by his lawyers.
The same as we've heard from experts. He will clarify it. He will open himself up to whatever they want because he's not afraid. People that are afraid cower. President Trump doesn't cower. We'll be back on Monday with that, and tomorrow we'll hear more testimony from this incredibly intelligent man.
He chose not to testify. The decision sent shockwaves through the nation and beyond. It is a sudden, but unsurprising shift. A move that leaves many questioning his motives. Is Trump out of arguments? Is the pressure of the damaging testimonies too much, or is it a calculated move, a strategic retreat meant to buy time and reassess the situation? These questions swirl as the news of his decision to backtrack spreads. These events provide a glimpse into Trump's thought process and the potential reasons behind his decision in the midst of this legal tug-of-war. New York Attorney General Letitia James has made serious allegations against Trump. She's thrown a series of hard-hitting claims into the ring, each more incendiary than the last to begin with. There's the allegation that Trump's organization inflated the value of its properties to secure loans and insurance coverage. This is no small charge. If proven, it could have severe legal implications. Then there's the claim that Trump's pricey witnesses have been providing damaging testimonies against their defense. This is a stark accusation suggesting that even those within Trump's inner circle may be contributing to his downfall. These allegations are not light, and they paint a picture of a man under siege. They may have created an environment too hostile for Trump to testify, and his decision to backtrack might have been influenced by these allegations, perhaps indicating a defensive strategy, or maybe it's an attempt to buy time to regroup and reassess. Although for Trump, his case is already made, he has nothing else to prove. Could these allegations, on the contrary, have been the tipping point for Trump? Or is there more to the story as we reach the end of this intriguing saga? Let's summarize the key points. We've seen how the original plan for Donald Trump's testimony was set and communicated to the New York Supreme Court Justice Engoron. This was the world watched in anticipation, only to be met with an unexpected turn of events. Trump, in a surprising move, decided to backtrack on his scheduled testimony. This sudden decision has sparked a flurry of questions and speculations. Was it a strategic move or a sign of dwindling arguments? The chronological events that followed only added more layers to this already complex narrative. Amid this whirlwind, the New York Attorney General, Letitia James, made allegations that Trump's pricey witnesses provided damaging testimonies against their defense. This claim, if proven true, could potentially shift the tide in this high-stakes legal battle as we continue to follow this unfolding story. One thing is clear: the world of politics never ceases to surprise us. Thanks for watching. If you like it, comment and hit the like and share buttons. Subscribe for future videos.